Oh,
streaming.
yay, perfect. Yeah. A lot of Trisha's decks, the personal predictions, I've used those, the governance, the forecaster. I mean, there isn't really a single deck that I can say that I have that, yeah, I don't use it very much. They all have a purpose.
Yeah.
So if you're not familiar with her decks, go to her here. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put that up.
So
And
they all have a little magic in them as well. So they're all completely 100% infused with spirit. Spirit
yes,
wholeheartedly tells me, they give me the visions, they tell me what to create, what words to put on it, they tell me everything, and I just have to go with it. And sometimes when they show me the initial parts of it, I think, oh, really? I don't know about that. But then I just go with it. I say, okay, I'll just do it. And then it just all comes
yes,
together, and it's amazing. So it is
totally.
100% divinely guided what everything I
Yes,
create. Yeah.
absolutely. So there you go. That's Trisha's webpage. So
Thank you.
go check it out. Go check out some of the stuff that she has, and I'm sure that there is. You're going to find at least one deck that she has that is going to speak to you.
Yeah, and it's
And
funny how people resonate with different decks. There's,
yes,
some people really bond, and that's all I hope for. I hope that you bond with the deck, and they're made with the intention that it enhances your intuition as you're using
yes,
them. So yeah, plus the protection and everything that's already in it as well.
yes,
I infuse it with that as well. Bit of
exactly.
Reiki energy in there as well.
Totally. Yeah. And Eye of the Serpent Tarot says Trisha's decks are the best. I,
Hello,
yeah,
Helen.
yeah,
Helen's one of the projects I'm working on right now. So yeah, so I've got some new projects that I'm working on, and I always find my energy is so much bigger, my connection's stronger. I feel amazing. That's how I shine my light, is through creating.
yes,
So when I'm getting to work with spirit and create for people as well, that's when that's my key. I've figured out is how I
yes.
pick up my energy is work on decks. And I'm working with Helen, Eye of the Serpent Tarot, on something amazing for her.
Oh,
So beautiful and so special. So that should be coming very soon.
oh, oh, can't wait. Can't
Yeah.
wait. Yeah,
And I love it. I love also to be able to, when somebody has an idea as well, like somebody has something they've birthed, they've downloaded, but they don't know how to do something with it.
yeah.
I'm a qualified graphic designer.
Oh,
Also, yeah, it stems from years and years. And artist Liz, hi.
yes.
I got to tap into her energy last week, which was wonderful. And I've got
Fabulous.
something else to send you, Liz, which I'll talk about that during this segment, something else that I'm working on. So, and I want to include you in that. But yeah, I'd love to be able to help people bring their or birth their ideas into fruition. So you may have, and that's funny because a lot
Yes,
of people have these brilliant ideas and they, could divinely inspired ideas, but they don't have the earth energy, the physical
yes,
energy to know how to create it and birth it into reality. So I just
exactly.
like to be able to, it's beautiful to be part of that as well and help people bring it into physical so they can touch
Yes,
what they've been dreaming of. So yeah, that's another really beautiful thing. And I'm working on 2 of those at the moment. So Helen first, and then I'll be working with another one after that one there. So yeah, that's exciting.
fabulous.
In addition to the one that I'm working on ongoing, that I bet the Toth one where the bird was circling around my house,
Yes,
I continue just to work on that one. Like I include meditations that I have, any synchronicities or things that I'm learning, things that I'm shown, I just include, and it's a long process. So it won't be ready anytime soon, but it's a very long process for that one there.
that's fabulous. Uh, I'm always inspired because it always seems that yeah, that the right card comes out, and sometimes you have to think about the message,
Yeah.
and kind of make sure that, or at least for me, I have to say, okay, ego, take a back seat, because there's a message here. Don't filter it through ego. Just
Yeah.
look at what it is, and
Yeah.
yeah, they're
Yeah,
always.
I always call that the raw message. So
Yes,
I always call it the raw message. So sometimes I think you find error in the interpretation. So because we
yes,
have a bit of a filter of our own experiences and we base what we think it could be based on our own life, our own experiences, because that's all we have to work with. That's why sometimes I think the interpretation can be not quite there. But I think when you're looking at the raw message, the word, the vision, the card, the word on the card, that's what I call the raw message from spirit. So I think always give that raw message and have surrender and faith that that's the message spirit are trying to deliver. But then any other feelings, tap into your body, tap into your insights, tap into your intuition, and anything else you feel that you want to bring through is also super important, I think, when you're reading.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So you took a little vacation.
I did. It was beautiful. It was my sister's 50th, so we went to Thailand shopping. That was wonderful. But yeah, I kind of needed the break. I hadn't taken any kind of break in 3 or 4 years. It had been a while, probably actually since COVID. So since the lockdowns of COVID, I hadn't done anything. So it was really nice just to be able to go. My sister and I love to travel, so we've been to Europe together, and yeah, it was just really nice to go and do that again with her, because she's in a different job now, so I don't get to spend as much time with her. So it's really nice just to take that vacation and world travel with her, which was beautiful. But then when I come back, I realize how hard that I work. Like, I know like how addicted to work I am, and then I come back and I think, well, I've just been doing nothing, and now I've got to find the energy again to be 100% focused on what I'm doing. And it's a slow process of getting back into the hours that I did before I stopped. So that's always a challenge.
It is. And sometimes we don't realize, and I think because we enjoy what we do so much that it doesn't feel like a job. I don't need to wake up in the morning and motivate myself to do this. I just do it.
No, me too. Too.
Yeah.
So, and to the point of addiction sometimes it's like, oh, how I've been in here for hours, like just creating, like maybe I should go outside. Because I just love it. So I've got to remind myself there's a world outside of this studio, because I do my art in here as well. So I've got to remind myself there's a world out there too, not just through the window.
Absolutely. Absolutely. There are days when honestly, I mean, I live with my son. There are days when I don't see him because, he's up at the crack of dawn. He goes to work. He comes home. I've got the door closed because I'm doing a reading or I'm doing a show. And then I have one after that, and then one after that. And then, here
you're very busy.
He's in bed.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, can we?
Yeah. And the day just goes. It just disappears. It's like you have intentions. Oh, I'm going to make sure I get to contact that person, or you're thinking about that person. I better send that person a message or give them a call, and then the day just disappears. Like
totally.
And you think, I forgot again. But you're thinking of them.
Yes.
The day just disappears. We get so busy.
Absolutely. So it happens. But
so I pulled some cards before I started. I pull cards every time.
Yes.
2 sets of cards, but this one I just wanted to validate exactly what you were saying before I came on, in how we work together. It's not just one person. We do this together, and that's how we get victory. So it's not a soul journey. It's a collective journey, something we do together. So as I'm looking down thinking, I wonder what that means. And then you started talking. I'm like, okay, I don't even have to look at what this means. I know exactly what it means. It's exactly what you just said. So that was interesting how spirit works, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
You just have to trust.
It consistently delivers the right message.
It does.
Yeah. And I don't know about you, but even after all this time, I'm still surprised that I'm surprised.
Oh my God, yeah. I still shake my head and I think, oh my God, spirit, you're so amazing. And the card will come out and it's like I'll be talking about something in a reading, and then next minute the card just jumps out, whatever I've just said. So it's like spirits, I'll be part of this conversation. I want to prove with the physical proof that this is spirit talking. So amazing. I just love how spirit works when you really connected. So, and a lot of people here, I'm in the comments, would definitely be connected to their higher self or their spirit
Yes.
teams or their angels, whatever they call that. Yeah, it's just, and it's a beautiful feeling, beautiful connected feeling.
Absolutely. And there's, you know what, if this show, if this this part of the journey that we're all on, if people come in and it doesn't resonate with them, they don't stay, they just go.
Yeah.
Because it's different kind of energy. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No.
You know, it's like, I happen to love the color purple, and there's some people can't stand it.
That's right.
That's okay.
That's right.
You
But
know,
you know, it could also be a little spark as well. Like
yes,
they could be popping in because spirit's pushing that towards them, or universe, however you say
yes,
that, is pushing them or nudging them gently to a direction. So they plant that little seed, they show something, and then, you know, a month later they might push them in a different direction, like same place or a similar
yes,
type topic, and that plants another little seed, and then eventually it starts to all form into something. It's spirit's gentle. I think Neptune does that too. Neptune's
yes.
very gentle in the way it nudges you towards a different direction. So it could be just little
Yeah.
seeds that's being planted when people pop in and arrive here, when it's
Yep.
not something they're normally
Absolutely.
into.
Absolutely. And I had earlier, well, when, yeah, a couple hours ago or an hour and a half ago when we started, there was, I remember seeing a comment. Someone said, "Oh, you know, first time here. I'm so grateful this came across my feed," or whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of how those things come in.
It is, and I'm getting
Yeah,
goosebumps. So it's like a
yeah,
synchronistic right place, right time. They've met, that's
yes,
part of their journey they're up to. Yeah.
absolutely.
Amazing how it
Absolutely.
all works when you just surrender and just go with the flow and pay attention to the synchronicities. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah. And
I think
there are signs everywhere.
yes.
Everywhere. It's just a matter of being able to take a moment and to pay attention.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Mm.
I used to and I do it occasionally now. I used to have a stretch of road that I used to drive on, and I'd always I'd call it that my sign highway. So I'd
Yeah.
pay attention to signs on trucks, number plates, and I'd always get messages every single time. So while I was driving, but I do it every now and again, and I did it the other day, and I got level. It said level, and I
Mhm.
thought, well, that's interesting because I'm always wondering, what are the keys to leveling up? So you know how we go through cycles with our
Yes.
psychic abilities, and what are the keys that, or the catalysts to push us to those higher cycles when we're just functioning on higher expanded awareness, or what pushes the level up? And then that truck drove past, and this is where I'm starting to really realize that for me it's creativity. So when I
Yeah.
really just surrender and visualize, and when I do the art and I do what I'm told, basically flow, like
Yeah.
surrender to what's being shown to me and to create that, then I feel that that is my level up. That's where I get my
Yeah.
higher energy. That's where I do level up psychically. The visions get stronger, the words get stronger, and when I'm not creating or when I'm ignoring that connection, it kind of gets a little harder. Like you
Yes.
can read a card. Cards are easy to read. Like you lay them out, you read
Yeah.
the cards, you say what they mean together, you tell your story. But when you are adding in that extra, the words
Yeah.
that are coming through, the visions that are coming through, I find that for me, it's heightened when I'm creative, when I'm allowing that right brain, right brain to really be
Absolutely.
activated and the muscle working.
Absolutely. And that, yeah, those little nuggets of insight that that come in that are totally unexpected and whatnot, and where they lead, and you know I can't tell you how many times, yeah, I'm on my way somewhere, I'm going to an appointment, I'm doing whatever, and you know, I'm traveling down a road and it's like, okay, turn right. Okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'll make the turn. I have no idea where I'm going. I know that I'm going to find my way out, but why am I making this turn? And you know, all of a sudden I'll come across, you know, someone's having a yard sale, and oh my God, look, there's a table that I've been describing right there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
yeah, that's amazing. It's so, I love it. I love it when that happens.
Yes.
you go with it, and spirit
Yes.
finds a way to get you to what it is that you need at the time. So yeah, it's
Totally.
so amazing. But as you was talking, I was remembering one of the first books I ever read when I was beginning my journey was uh, The 10th Insight, I think it's called, or The Ninth Insight.
Yes,
Was it Robert Redfield, I believe, could be the author.
I
It's
think
been
so. Yes.
decades since I've read those books. So,
Yes.
and that's very much about that. It's about, being open to take a turn, being open to, if you're feeling like you should go this way, then go this way. Or if you're not sure about your decision that you're making that's coming up, try and visualize each path. So if you have a path that you're visualizing that's very clear and you feel really good about it, then you know that's the correct path for you. Whereas if
Yes.
you're trying to force one and the visions or the outcome or the future's not there, then that's showing you that
Yes.
the correct path is the one that is clearly, that you can see clearly or makes you feel good. So, and just
Absolutely.
as you're talking about those paths that we take that are unusual, that book came to mind there. So yeah, it was fascinating. That was one of my books my eye-opening books for me in the early days.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I get it. I get it. And quickly, I just want to say hello to a lot of you that have joined us over the last little bit. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. And I'd mentioned earlier, one of the things that I forgot to do um, before the show was, in the description of the video, I generally put in, who's on the show. This time, no, I set it all up and totally forgot to put that in there. So what I'm going to do after the show is I've got it scrolling across the bottom. Please subscribe to all our channels. But I will go in on my YouTube page, and in the posts I will put down all the people and their channels, so that you can make sure that you have a chance. Go over, subscribe. This community has taught me so much. It has given me so many opportunities. Um, it has shown me things that I marvel at. That I go, wow,
Yeah.
how fortunate am I to be surrounded by such loving and compassionate people. The who Everyone that I have run across in this community is always willing to share,
Yeah.
willing to
100%.
listen,
100%.
just, giving whatever they
Well,
can
the
give.
universe is abundant, so there's enough
Yes,
for everybody. So there's no
yes,
need to gatekeep information or gatekeep things,
yes,
because there's enough room in the universe for all of us, which is
exactly,
beautiful. Mm.
exactly. Yeah, there is no lack. There is no
No,
lack.
no, that's just something that's we're programmed to believe, because it keeps us in our little control system. So yeah, once
Yes,
you
it does.
escape that control system, yeah,
Yep,
abundance is there. It really is.
totally.
So Mary says, Celestine Prophecy. Thank you.
Yes,
That's the name of that book. Liz says she loves it when the cards flip out, and
yes,
they do, and they to tell you what the message is, and it's wonderful when they do that. It just flips
yeah.
out, and it's like, that makes sense. Yeah, so it's beautiful. And then we have Kathy, who says she has no idea who or what her guides are, and that frustrates her. So sometimes
Oh,
I think having a label on their name, or what they are, or who they
yeah.
are, or what they look like, when you're just searching for that, I want to see my spirit guide, I want to see my spirit guide, but it kind of takes away from the energy you could be putting in and thinking, I can feel my spirit guide. Doesn't matter if I can't see them, doesn't matter if I don't know what they look like, doesn't matter if I don't know their name. I don't always know what my spirit guide
Yes.
looks like. Every now and then I'll see a spirit guide in a meditation, but generally I don't know who it is I'm communicating with. I
Mhm.
feel, if it's loving, I feel that loving energy. If I feel that beautiful elation and that connection, then I know it's a beautiful message or a beautiful connection. I don't always know what they look like. I don't know their names. There has been times definitely that I've
Yes.
known the names and I've known who I'm working with. But yeah, generally I think it's just that feeling. It's the feeling of the connection and knowing you're connected into something.
Yes.
And yeah, just being open to receive the messages. rather than just struggling. Oh, who are you? What do you look like? Yeah, I think you're missing something by focusing on that. But Kathy, I mean, you probably know what you're doing anyway, but yeah, it's not always about what they look like. It's not always about their name. It's about the feeling and the connection and just knowing you've got that beautiful team around you, nudging you.
Totally,
Yeah.
totally. And I learned very, very early on that my wanting to know who my guides are, or what they look like, or where they're from, that was a little bit of an ego thing.
Yes.
That
it's a very earthy thing, isn't it? Like, it's a
Yes.
very grounded, earthy thing.
Yes.
Giving people titles or names.
Yes.
Yeah.
If I can't see it, if I can't visualize it, then maybe it's not real.
Right.
I
I
can't physically visualize wind, but I know it when I feel it.
Yeah, that's right.
So
that's right.
yeah, it's that having the faith that it is there. It has never ever failed me when I have asked for guidance, or when I've asked for help. There really, I think a lot of people don't realize that our guides and angels are there. They are available to us 24/7. The only thing that they can't do is they cannot interfere with our free will. They can't see us going through something and say, oh, that's okay, I got this, I'll take care of it. They can't do that. But they surround us, and it's almost like that. Put me in, coach. Come on, coach. Put me in. Like, just
I'm here. I'm here.
Yes.
I can help you.
Yes. So when you're able to say, okay, guys, I need help. I need a new idea, or I need this, or I have this weird dream, and I'm trying to analyze it and put meaning to it, but I'm a little stuck on here. Can you just, shoot me something that's going to explain it? And then just sit quietly, be quiet, just be quiet and listen.
Yeah, listen. But sometimes it comes in too when you just have a conversation with somebody.
Yes.
You could have asked a question, and then you'll have a conversation with a person the next day, and they'll start talking about something. You think, oh, that kind of makes sense to what I was confused about. So it's like, I think that they find the way to move pieces around, people, situations, things you're going to see, to help answer your questions, to help give you the guidance. I think they've got that ability to do that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Absolutely. And Kathy says, what happens when you ask for help but don't get it? It's not that you don't get the help. It's one of the things that our human mind likes to do is, for example, I'm short on rent this month. Please, please, please. I need to find an extra $200. I'm $200 short. I need to find an extra $200. Please send me $200. And then we look for, we start thinking about, okay, do I know someone that I can borrow $200 from? Is there anyone out there that I loaned $200 for that hasn't paid me back? What if I was to sell this? What if I was to do that? So we still become invested in the outcome, whether we realize it or not.
Yeah.
Right? Spirit doesn't need our help in that way. We simply tell it what we need. We do it with a conviction of that it is already done.
Yes.
That I am grateful to the universe for providing me with the financial resources to meet all my wants and needs every single month. And thank you, thank you, thank you. And they will. Yeah. Once you and I've told this kind of example a few times, but it's worth repeating. It's when you go to, let's say there's a lovely restaurant in town that you like, and you go there, and the waiter seats you at your favorite table, and they give you the menu, and you look at the menu, and when the waiter comes back and they say, what would you like? And, well, I'm going to start off with a Caesar salad, and I think I'm going to have the chicken Alfredo. And yes, I would like some garlic toast with that. Okay, yeah, thank you very much. You've put your order in, and then you let the waiter do what the waiter does. The waiter goes back into the kitchen and places your order. You don't follow the waiter into the kitchen to make sure that they got it right. You've put your order in. Your job is done.
That's
Now
right.
you sit back and you enjoy the company, and you wait with the expectation and the knowledge that your meal is going to arrive in front of you.
Exactly. 100%. And just know that that's the way the process works. So
Yes.
I've asked for help. You guides are there to
Yes.
help you. They're going to deliver that help. But I think sometimes there's issues when you have intentions or
Yes.
conditions.
Yes.
So if you're expecting the outcome to be this way,
yes,
and it's not arriving that way, then you're thinking, oh, spirit's not helping me. They're not there. They're not listening because the outcome is not what I said I wanted the outcome to be. Well, sometimes that's not the outcome that's meant to be. And it's just about having that faith that what is meant to be will be, and it's not the conditions you place on it. So again, with money. So if you're like, okay, I need X amount to pay off this bill, to pay this debt, I need to win the lotto. Spirit, can you help me win the lotto? Can I win the lotto this week? Well, you've put conditions on it because you've said this is the only way my abundance will flow will be through the lotto. So lotteries or whatever you call it in your country.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
when you
Autos,
put in the conditions, spirit is then restricted to that narrow avenue, and it's not always possible. But if you leave it open to them to pick any avenue that they can find to get you the abundance, I mean, it might be something crazy like a insurance refund or
Yes.
you cancel an insurance policy or some kind of thing that you've been paying for such a long time and you get a refund on it, or you get rid of all of the subscriptions that you don't need, and then you've got this extra money that can help pay towards it. So I think if you don't put the conditions and just be guided to whatever direction you're going without the blinders, like you're just thinking, okay, this is the outcome I want. Why am I not getting that outcome? Because maybe you're restricting it to this outcome. Broaden it out. Just put your hands back and just say, okay, whatever's going to arrive is going to be my help, the help that they're busy in the background organizing, moving pawns into position to help you.
Yeah.
And I've worked with spirit guides for decades, for as long as and like you said, never once had they ever steered me wrong. Never once. And the connection is so beautiful, like you feel so connected and so aligned and peaceful. But every direction they've encouraged me to go has been exactly where I look back, I think, wow, I really needed that. Even as far as things collapsing, like when my business ended, I was a photographer for 25 years, caught up in the COVID and all that kind of, then the economy crashing here. And my customer base was young mums, because I did a lot of babies. I did weddings before that, but a lot of babies. So my customer was not very financially abundant. So when it came time to have to figure out, do I buy nappies or do I get photos from my baby? Obviously, they're going to choose the nappies. So that kind of hit me. And when the economy kind of crashed here in Australia, I lost about easily a third of my, and I had to think, all the costs involved in it. Is this really what I want to be doing? But meanwhile, I've always created. I've been doing that since 2009. I've always done expos, done readings on the side. That was my sideline job. Because I loved it. And then meanwhile, this is and I'm doing YouTube, and that was synchronistic how that all happened. It was dream based. I had a dream about Nicola Bulley, true crime. And I was never into true crime, never into reading true crime, but Nicola Bulley was so persistent that I had to start reading on her, and that's how my channel started. So I'm truly always grateful for that happening. But it was completely out of the blue. It was a complete, like if I would have said to my guides, can you help me get to this position?
Yes.
I would never have expected it to go this direction the way that it has. And yeah, you just got to go with it. Just go with
Yeah.
whatever you're guided to do.
Exactly. And it's, I know that giving up on some of those conditions or some of those limitations, and it, you almost have to practice it for a while before it becomes second nature, and you kind of know how to ask. But to limit or to put limitations on what kind of help you're asking for, like I said earlier, the example, $200. What if the universe was working on sending you $2,000? And you said, I'm $200 short. I need $200. I need.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, yeah, hold back the refund. No, she only wants 200.
Exactly. That's right. You can limit yourself by saying the figure, the amount. They know what you need. They know what is available that they can send you. If you're limiting to just $200, well, there goes what they were organizing.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, because that circumstance that they were working on isn't what gives you what it is that you're looking for. So, okay, well, never mind. We'll try again later.
Find a way of just getting you the 200.
Yes. Yeah. And in the meantime, there's all this extra that could have been coming in that you have absolutely no idea about. So
that's right. And then there's that scarcity program too that runs where we always living in I need this, or I want this, or I don't have this. I don't have that. I need this. And that's that scarcity program where there's not enough to go around. But the universe really is abundant. And really, if you just go with the flow of it, the abundance is there. Instead of being, and sometimes I think that falls under, I don't need either. Like when you lose that program of I know I want this, or I need this, or I don't have this, and always going after something, I think that is a bit of a trap as well. And when you can let that go and think, I don't need this, I'm happy, I'm content, then you're already abundant. And you live in, I have everything I need. You're changing your mindset to, I'm surrounded by beautiful people, I'm surrounded by comfort, I'm surrounded by everything I need. And you change the mindset away from scarcity into, I have, not I want or I need. And I think that's a big thing with abundance as well.
It is very, very, very much so, because the idea of concentrating on what I don't have is a message to the universe that is what you want to concentrate on. That is where your energy is going. So you don't realize that, if you're feeling a sense of lack and you concentrate on the things that you're lacking, that's what you're going to lack. It's kind of like, we all know those people that have all kinds of things happen in their life and circumstances and whatnot. And you run into them and you say, how are you doing? I'm great. Things are fabulous. You know what? I just started this or that. And then there's those that seem to have a pretty nice life. And you ask them, how are you doing? Don't ask. I got to do this. I got to do that. And it's like, they complain that, I just got bad luck. Whatever I do, there's bad luck. Yes, you're right. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right.
Yeah, but you know what? Those people are super abundant attractors. They're powerful manifestors, but they're just manifesting the wrong things. And if once they can get that through their head, I am a very powerful manifester. Everything I think about comes to me. Maybe I should start thinking about good things, not bad things, or thinking about as if I have it rather than I don't have it, because they're attracting that. And they're very powerful manifestors because they're bringing more of that scarcity to themselves. And I don't mean to sound, and I should be careful how I phrase that, because that kind of sounds like you're bringing it on yourself. And I understand that things happen around us that is just meant to be, and they're difficult, challenging situations that we all go through one stage of another, no fault of your own, no fault of that person's own. And it's it's difficult situations. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about that scarcity thought when it comes to abundance. I understand we all go through things, and we all have, all of us at one time or another have big major issues with health, with family members around us having really serious issues, and that's just part of life. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about that lack of, or the person that focuses on their problems all the time. So, I'm not well today, and it's like, okay, we'll wake up tomorrow and be like, okay, today's a beautiful day. I have beautiful people around me. I have everything I need around me. I'm connected to spirit are here. I have a beautiful team here ready to help me. So, and focusing on the shining your light, being more positive, I think can start to turn that around. And probably depending on how long you've been in that scarcity program or that poor me program, because both of them are programs, will be how long it will take to transition over and to change. And it's mindset. It's just the way we're programmed to think. We just have to change that around.
Yeah,
it's part of the control system, I think, to have us think in those ways.
Yeah,
because
totally.
If we're sick, somebody's making a lot of money out of that.
Yeah, totally. And we're much excuse me, we're much easier to control as a population. If we're in that lack mindset, if we're in that blame mindset, that I don't have a job because someone took the job that I should have.
Yeah, that's a big one. That's a big one. I hear that sometimes from people when they say somebody's taken my life or somebody's living my life. Well, if that was meant to be your life, you're going to live that life. There's a room enough in the world for more than one of each thing. So there's plenty of room for you to have that life as well. So that's a big thing.
Totally. Yeah. And helping another person can get us out of the funk. Yes, absolutely. When you concentrate on helping others, not only helping others, but being able and willing to accept help from others, right? That's when good things happen, because we are allowing them to fulfill their mission and their purpose. Right. So, and I know some people have a hard time accepting help.
But we're a collective. We're a collective energy. That's collective consciousness. So we're all really that. It took me a long time to understand that concept where we're all one. That really, it took me a very long time to understand that. But I think it's the whole collective energy of when you're helping another person, you're actually helping yourself too, because you're turning someone's light on, or you are helping someone raise their vibration, taking them out of lack in changing their program into I have or I am. So, and it makes them, and then that adds to the collective energy. And the more of us that can switch our light on, or the more of us can step into that energy, then that collective energy becomes so powerful, because as a co-creators, as humans, we're co-creators, and we're more powerful, just like you said at the beginning. We're more powerful when we work together. When we put our energies together, we create energy, anything. And I think that's sometimes while the control system out there, or the elites, or whoever does it, puts fear in us all the time. This war, that scarcity, this famine, this shortage of food, this shortage of fuel, all the stuff we're being bombarded with right now, it's fear-based, because it lowers our resonance. It puts us against each other. Oh, I've got to make sure I've got enough, without thinking about anybody else. It puts us in that terrible division state, but also that state of fear-based energy, because we can't raise our vibration. Imagine if all of us switched on, rose our vibration, realized that there's abundance there, and that we shouldn't be in the states that we're in. What happens to our control system? What happens to those leaders? What happens to those ones that's enforcing all that fear on us? They know what will happen to them, and that's why they try to keep us locked down. Locked down in fear.
Exactly. They wouldn't waste their time if there wasn't a payoff. So, it's I don't know. To me, it's like, a child throwing a temper tantrum in a department store. If you give in to that temper tantrum and say, no, no, shh, what do you want? What do you want? Here, have that toy, just be quiet. All you have taught that child is, I need to make enough noise and
Yeah.
I need to be a little more disruptive.
Yeah.
Whereas the first time that they do that temper tantrum, you say, that's it, stop, or we're leaving, and they don't stop, you leave.
Yeah.
You stop what you're doing and you
Yeah.
leave. And all
And
of a
that
sudden,
teachers, they miss out on an opportunity.
yes. Yeah. And then
Yeah.
it's like, okay, when she says stop, she really means it. Imagine that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
And you know what? That's programming too. You know, we get programming from schooling, indoctrination, we get
Yes.
programming from governance, but we also get programming from our generations, from our
Yes.
parents, from the way we're raised. We're taught things, and I think, you know, it's just passed down from, and I'm not blaming parents or
Yes.
us as parents. It's just programming that's handed down from one generation to another, and it's like a script of what we're supposed to believe, or yeah. And I think it's so limiting. It's so limiting.
Yes.
And if you can kind of turn that around in some way with the generations below, that's great. By the
Absolutely.
exact example that you just gave.
Yep. Absolutely. What, if all of a sudden there's an oil shortage, okay, we're not going to be able to get oil to put in our cars.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? 200 years ago, they didn't have cars.
No.
And yet people still survived every single day. They
That's right.
still managed to make it through.
That's
So,
right.
yeah, it just means it may be a little more inconvenient. It may take me a little longer because now I'm going to have to walk or ride a bike or something to get to that store that I need to get to. But it just means a little bit of extra planning.
And that you'll be okay.
Yes.
And you know what? It's a whole nother way that's being aligned to your spirit team can help, or to the universe, because you're saying, are you listening to the fear-based energy of lack, another lack and fear, or are you aligned to your spirit team or the universe and saying, I am abundant, I'm never without? So it's another big way in your face of saying you're in that fear, scarcity energy, as opposed to just going with the flow, and the universe is going to look after me. I'm going to have what I need. And it may not be that you have as much as you had yesterday, but you're going to have what you need, because the universe is going to make sure of that. You've just got to have that faith.
Yeah, exactly. And honestly, folks, if you can get to that way of thinking, and absolutely truly with every ounce of your being believe it and see it manifest for you, all of a sudden it's that duh moment.
Exactly. Another little wonderful tip there, sorry to cut you off there, Marina, I just thought this, and I'll forget, it's really important, is a evidence journal. So if you're new to this, if you don't trust it yet, you don't believe really that you can manifest or the universe has your back, start a evidence manual and start writing down what you asked, because sometimes I forget what I asked Spirit. Write that down, write the date down, and then write down any synchronicities that happen. Write down anything that you hear or something you see on TV or something that aligns to that. Or if you ask for $200 and then all of a sudden some weird way you're ended up with the $200, write it down, because it's all evidence. And the more evidence you've got that this stuff is for real, this stuff works, the more you'll believe it. And the more you believe it, the more powerful you'll be at it. So yeah, that's one thing. In my early days, I had evidence manuals for years. I used to write every year. I have one, and I probably still kept them.
Yes. Yeah, because they're good reminders to ourselves. We're more willing to believe something negative.
Yeah,
because it feels familiar. We've been raised not to expect too much, or we've been raised with the idea of the consequence and no control and so on. So that when the negative happens, we go, see, I knew that was going to happen.
I told you I was unlucky.
Yes. Yeah. And when something good happens, it was just luck. Yeah, it's not going to happen.
That just happened. There's nothing coincidental about that at all. So I think any thoughts that you have, any coincidences that you have, write them all down, because then when you can go back and look at it, You're going to believe what's happened in your own experience. You may not believe my experiences and things that have happened to me, but you're going to believe the experiences that happened to you. But you forget them, and I forget them if you don't write them down.
Absolutely. Totally. Hold on. Yeah, we've got Val who's joining us. Hello, Val.
Hi, Trish. Good to see you.
Great to see you. I'm loving your meditations and openings. So beautiful. I actually sat back. I didn't come on screen while you were doing it because I actually sat back and just participated, and it was really helped, boost my energy ready to come on. So it was thank you.
Perfect.
Thank you for that.
Thank you, Trish. It's so exciting.
Fabulous. Love it when that happens. Love it when that happens. And I was just quickly going to say one of the first things that I distinctly remember looking back on and going, oh, I manifested that, was probably about 15, 16 years ago. What's his name? Mike Dooley from Tut the Universe, where he does the positive affirmations and so on. He was coming into Calgary, and he was going to be up by the airport. And he had a just let me let there. I'm just going to let Sherry in, and then I'll finish.
Sherry.
So yeah, I had wanted to go because he was having a one-day seminar, but at the time I wasn't working and didn't have the extra, and it was a little pricey. And I thought, oh, this would be fabulous because I just adore all the messages that I get, and they're so powerful and they've helped me out so much. I would really, really love to go to this. So yeah, okay. I got to figure out a way that I'm going to get there. All right. A couple hours later, I get a phone call from my sister who says, hey, are you familiar with Mike Dooley from Tut the Universe? And I said, yeah. And she said, well, my friend Gary got us tickets to go to that seminar, and I can't go. And I was wondering if you'd be interested. Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Manifestation, baby.
Manifestation.
There you go. Yeah. So there you go.
Yeah.
All right.
And the gratitude, you would have had so much gratitude, and you would have felt it in your heart. You would have radiated. And that's, the universe brings more and more of that to you.
Totally.
Amazing.
Totally.
For sure.
So, well, before Val gets started, we'll say hello to Sherry, Liberal Tarot by Sherry.
Hello.
Sherry, say hello to Trish.
Hi, Trish.
Oracles.
I'm Valerie.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to step away. My throat is getting a little dry.
Yeah.
And I'm going to pop out.
Oh,
okay.
Thank you for having me, everybody.
Hi, Trish.
Love it. And Trish and I are going to be doing on the 4th. On the 4th, we're going to be doing.
I think about the same time next week. Yeah, we'll do readings for everybody.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm excited to come back.
Trish.
But thank you, everybody. It's been a great show. Enjoy the rest of your show.
Thank you. Bye for now.
Bye.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to step out, and Val's going to do her thing, and then I'll be right back.
Okay. Excellent. Let me just I'm going to take a sip of water myself.
All righty.
Okay, everyone. You know the drill. I like to take the breaths. Why? Because it really goes beyond the ego mind. It really helps you to ground and center. And for some reason, I can tell, I hope my voice sounds okay because my picture is freezing up a little bit. But if you'll bear with me, take a deep breath in through your mouth and visualize light filling your heart. Hold the breath at the top. And now exhale slowly through your mouth and visualize your light filling your body and the room you're in. And another deep breath in, light filling your heart. Holding that breath at the top, and exhale slowly through your mouth and visualize your beautiful light filling your body and the room you're in, and in fact, the entire world. And take another deep breath in, light filling your heart. And as you exhale, visualize your light going out into infinity, out into all that is. Beloved guides, angels, ascended masters, Akashic record masters, and holy presence of divine source. We enter now into this third sacred opening with hearts expanded, spirits awakened, and fields illuminated by all that has already stirred, blessed, and activated within this gathering. We give thanks for the light already moving. We give thanks for the courage already rising. We give thanks for the softening, the healing, the remembering, and the sacred connection already taking place within this community. And now, with humility and holiness, willingness, we open even more. So I'll just say, instead of holiness, sourceness. I like that better. We'll just say soulness. So really, you're opening to receive even more. And so we call forth a higher octave of divine light. We invite a stronger radiance of truth. We welcome a fuller embodiment of the soul's presence within each being gathered here now. May this third attunement lift the entire field into greater coherence, greater luminosity, greater love, and greater sacred power. May every participant feel the strengthening of their inner flame. May every heart remember its divine authority. May every soul feel the call to rise into more of what is truly is. And we set the intention that this next wave of energy be of divine action, not activation through force, but through resonance, not through striving, but through remembrance, not through effort alone, but through surrender to the divine light already seeking fuller expression through us. May dormant gifts begin to stir. May hidden confidence awaken. May soul memory rise. May the ancient knowing within each being come forth with grace and clarity. May what has been waiting for permission now receive it. May what has remained unseen now be blessed into gentle visibility. May what has felt uncertain now be touched by the certainty of divine presence. We attune now to the living frequency of the radiant embodiment. We attune to courage anchored in love. We attune to truth expressed through grace. We attune to the brilliance of the authentic self, no longer dimmed, no longer delayed, no longer hidden beneath old layers of fear, doubt, or hesitation. Let this field become brighter. Let this circle become stronger. Let this gathering become a beacon. May the light generated here move beyond inspiration and become integration. May it move beyond concept and become a living knowing. May it move beyond potential and become embodied presence. We call for a divine initiation or ignition now within the hearts of all present. An initiation or an ignition of joy, an ignition of purpose, an ignition of confidence, an ignition of service aligned with truth, an ignition of the remembrance that each soul here carries a light that is needed, meaningful, and divinely placed within the greater unfolding of this time. May all distortion that says be smaller be dissolved. May all patterns that say wait longer be released. May all fears around being seen, heard, expressed, or received be gently lifted into the healing light of divine love. May each person now feel themselves strengthened from within. May their nervous systems receive peace. May their hearts receive expansion. May their voices receive blessing. May their path receive illumination. May their energy field receive renewal and divine amplification in accordance with the highest good. We declare this gathering a sacred field of upliftment, activation, and living remembrance. We declare that the light awakened here will continue to ripple outward into every conversation, every creation, every offering, every prayer, and every choice made from this day forward. May this community know itself as a circle of luminous beings. May each one remember that shining is not separate from service, that radiance is not separate from love, that embodiment is not separate from devotion, that to shine one's light in truth is to bless the world. And so we rise, and so we open wider, and so we allow more, and so we become fully available to the divine expression moving through us with gratitude, with reverence, and with joyful willingness. We receive this higher octave of attunement now, and so it is. So shall it be. It is done. Thank you, guides and angels.
Beautiful.
Okay. All right.
Thank you, Val.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Beautiful as always.
Thank
As
you.
always.
Thank
And
you. And
when you come back the next time,
Yeah.
that's when I'll be I'll be reading the message
Oh.
that I received from the Council of
Oh.
13.
I'm so excited I get to be on and hear it right then and there.
Yes. So yeah, looking forward to that. Looking
Forward to
forward
it.
to that. And yeah, I haven't, as I say, I didn't go back and read it, so I'll be hearing it for the first time as I'm reading it, but I have every faith that it is.
I'm looking so forward to that. I can't even stand it. I'll be here with bells on for the next
Yay! Yay. Well, for those of you that are in the see you later, Val. Thank you. For those of you that are in the Mountain Standard Time Zone, don't forget, turn on your porch lights, light a candle, turn on a lamp, put it in the window. Participate with us physically by shining your light. And know that every time that we do that, one of the images that I always kind of visualize as we're doing this show is I see the East Coast, and I see the East Coast light up. And then I see Central light up. And then I see Mountain light up. And then I see Pacific light up. And it's almost like I'm looking from outer space down, and I'm just seeing this light, this profusion of light, and it brings me such joy. So I hope that you all feel the same way with that. So, and that having been said, welcome, Sherry. For those of you who don't know, this is Sherry, Liberal Tarot by Sherry. She normally does political readings, great political readings. But yeah, not tonight. Tonight we talk about good, positive, powerful things. So welcome to your first Shine Your Light event. Hopefully it's not going to be your last Shine Your Light event.
I hope not, but I have to show you, I have a special shirt for tonight.
And it says
Shine by the light. Shine by the light.
Perfect.
I thought it would be the perfect shirt for tonight.
Absolutely.
So I put it on.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah.
And for any of you that are wondering, and I should have done this earlier, but you know what? I'm just so in the moment that I keep forgetting that you can go to my my channel, you can go to my merch page, and you can get some of your own Shine Your Light stuff. there's cups, there's t-shirts, there's sweatshirts, there's so all kinds of things. What I love, I love, I love, I love these little
Oh,
teddy bears. And it's shine your light, love, light, compassion, unity. And and then there's another one. It's a little bigger. But this, honestly, it's so soft, it's so fuzzy, it's just absolutely wonderful. That the first thing that I thought of when I saw the teddy bears was, what a great gift for a newborn. What a great gift to um, to to give an expected mom that she can raise her child in shining their light, in being their true authentic self. And kids love their stuffies. They carry them around and they'll resonate with the message. It will mean a lot to them. So yeah, you can go to whoops, as so I'm knocking things down. Yeah, you can go to my YouTube channel, Heart Centered Tarot, and click on the more section, and you'll see the merch link is there. So go take a look. Go take a look at the Shine Your Light stuff, and they're fabulous, fabulous. So
Marina,
thank you.
I was just gonna say, can you imagine filling that that stuffy with Reiki energy and then
Yes.
giving it to a child? Oh my gosh, that would be
Yes.
wonderful.
Absolutely.
That would be just the perfect thing.
It would. Absolutely. And a lot of the Maureen D'Amico says, I'm 55. I still sleep with a stuffy. Good for you. Good for you. Why not? Who says there's an age limit, right?
Age is just a number.
It is. It is. It is just a number. So one of the things that I'm noticing, and thank you, Liz. Thank you for putting that up. Is that a lot of the kids that have been born in the last 10 years or so, they are connected. Believe me, they are very, very much connected. They are the old souls, the sages that are coming down here, and they are helping us more than we realize. So
Yeah, those indigo children that we've got coming in, very much so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So what have you got on your agenda? What's happening with you?
Well, are you meaning just today? And so, like many of us, what I did was I attended a large gathering of like-minded people, and
Yes.
I've been thinking about that and kind of what I wanted to bring, into this space here. And so many of us, like, how energized did we feel when we were able to connect? I mean, we were standing by people. I had no idea who they were, but yet we were still all like-minded people.
Yes.
And so that energy was there. And then to come here, and you guys, if you're lurking in the background, if you're chatting, this is another gathering of like-minded people. I mean, we are our people. Right here with our energy. And so it's just such a lovely thing to be able to come together with like-minded people to get that energy boost to kind of sustain us. And that anytime, we're, like, I always say, like, and then we wake up tomorrow morning, but you know what? We still have this experience that we can take with us. And like Valerie was talking about, just like that deep breath in, and that energy that we're creating here is going to be with us. And it literally is just a breath away.
Mm-hmm.
Just take that centering breath and come back to this space and remember, this feeling and of the being in that like-minded, hive mind, and just being able to take that with us. Just, so it's just been a really lovely day to see how we've done that physically. And now we're doing this like spiritually. It's a really nice bookend to the day.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think, you know what, for the rest of the world to help out, to help me out with the Shine Your Light event, I think that there should be another No Kings March next month, the end of next month.
Yes.
And
And we'll just keep
yeah,
right
that's
on.
right. We'll just keep it going.
And the thing is, as you know, each one of those gatherings, marches, they just keep getting bigger and bigger.
Yes.
Just like I'm sure you've seen here with the Shine Your Light event.
Yes.
Because as each one of us grow, oh my gosh, my cat is going to join me. He wants his energy to be part of this too. Hey, bud.
I don't blame him.
So yeah, he's been a little bit of a pain with this. But
Well,
anyway, as each of us, as our lights grow, then we're going to be touching other people and telling other people that, to come here, and we just keep not only growing our light, but growing the community light. Exactly. Just like we are seeing physically. It's a really nice mirror of each other.
It is totally. And it's a lovely, fabulous feeling. So yeah, absolutely.
Very much so.
Okay. Hey, guess what? We've got Valerie Bradshaw that's going to join us. Illumination Portal. Hello, Valerie.
Hi, ladies. Hi, Marina. Thank you for having me.
Are you kidding? Love it.
I love being here.
Yes. And for those of you that are wondering, normally Diana joins us the same time that Valerie does, and talk about astrology and some of the stuff that has an effect on the energy. And Diana is still recovering from her hip surgery, so she wasn't available, and that is just fine, because we want her to be, the best version of herself that she can.
Yeah. So
yeah, take the time, recuperate, do it slowly. There's no time limit on this, but we do send out healing energy to Diana, healing energy to anyone who needs it. Right? That's what we're about. The love, light, compassion, and unity. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. So, Valerie,
I was gonna give her a shout out because I miss her. That's my buddy. We hang out together and do the astrology, and all of this, right? Whether you're psychic, intuitive, medium, you bounce off each other, and it kind of brings it all together. So, and I know she's healing well, and I'm always sending her healing love. And anybody, like you just said, who is in need of healing right now.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
A lot going on.
Yeah. And Valerie meets Sherry.
Hi, Sherry.
And Sherry meets Valerie. And someone new to the program, someone new to the event, and hopefully she will join us again. So yeah, not going to scare her too much.
I'm not easily scared.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Yeah. Like to be very nice to the first time guests, you kind of lull them into that false sense of security. And then we get
yes. Oh no, It's a beautiful place here. The energy is just beautiful. You can feel it. Well, I was listening the whole time you guys were on. My goodness, so many beautiful souls have so much to offer, and Val, my gosh, her stuff is just it just kind of sets inside of you. You can really feel it, I love listening to her.
Yeah. Yes, you certainly can. And it does. It always raises the vibration. Always.
Yeah. And then I can't wait to hear what you wrote that you don't even know you wrote.
that I don't even know I wrote. Yeah, exactly. That it's been a while since I have gotten a message from the council, and that's fine. I don't press it too much, and the only thing that I ask is talk to me when you need to talk to me. Otherwise, I don't need to have that confirmation all the time. I know you're there. I trust you.
Right.
And Yeah, Val and I were doing a show. We were doing the messages for light workers on Thursday, and before the show, I said, Val, basically, I'm feeling so discombobulated. Like I don't know what's going on, and it doesn't feel like it's something physical, like my sugars are too high or whatnot.
Mhm.
And I said, then I think I might be getting ready for a message. We'll see. And yeah, sure enough, we ended the show a little early. And within about an hour, it was okay. Go to your computer, open up Word. It's like, okay, that's my
That's-
that's my sign. So
I love that. I
yeah,
love it.
yeah. So I'm anxious to hear what they had to say.
Me too.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was so interesting because usually when I get the messages, I'll read it, I'll sit with it, I'll resonate with it, and this time, as things turned out, and you have to love the way that spirit works.
Right.
This time, at the end of the show, we normally have either Terry Suzuki or Yanni Heller, who do the Akashic record, and they do the sort of collective healing and whatnot. This time around, neither one of them was available. So I had that spot open. And I was thinking about it earlier in the week and what can I put in there? Who can I put in there? And I kept getting, just leave it, just leave it, just leave it. And I thought, okay, fine. All right. I'll just leave it. And then when the message came in, I thought,
It was you.
thank you.
It's you. Yeah. I love how they do that, though. I mean, there's always a divine plan. There's always, it always works out.
Yeah.
So beautiful.
Totally. And you just have to go with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And thank you, Artist Liz, for that beautiful donation. It is very much appreciated. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And it's very, very kind of you.
Yeah.
So what have you got going on?
My goodness. I was waiting for this spring equinox for a couple years because that's kind of the demarcation point of the old era and entering into the new era. Usually we're entering, excuse me, into the new season, right? It's the actual technical new year is spring equinox. And if you guys felt February and the whole, I mean, just all of Pisces season was very deep. It felt like we were just being washed clean and wrung out, and it was just had to all come out. I mean, I knew that's why you didn't, you were guided not to do a show last month, and it was one of, I'm still recovering from it, but I listen to my guidance like you do, and I just kind of roll with it. So we've had this first week of the new year and the new era. Well, we had huge aspects. The sun met up with Neptune, then the sun met up with Saturn. So this is like helping us structure our dream. How do you want to create your dream? And that's Neptune, and Saturn is the structure. Well, today we know what the big day was, has an absolutely perfect aspect to go with this day that we were all encouraged to go out and support.
Yes.
It is Saturn in Aries, sextile Pluto in Aquarius. Now, the last time they met was around 2020, and that was the demolition. And here we are, the first time they come together, and we've been rebuilding. The whole time we've been rebuilding, whether we knew it or not, that's what we were doing. So whatever actions or any plans, anything goals you had today are really set in a good foundation. So to me, that beautiful thing that happened today across the world is just that is anchored.
Yes.
And I think we all can feel that anyway, where we know that this is more than just a day, another day of speaking up for ourselves. But I just thought that was an amazing. You couldn't have asked for a better aspect, really,
Yes.
for something longevity, something
Yes.
that's going to last and grow from that,
Yep.
So
Yep.
so that's today. Then on the 1st, we have the full moon in Libra. That's on the 1st. It's 2nd, depending on the East Coast. It's the 1st. Out England, out that way, is the 2nd. So that's about bringing balance to your relationships. Really, we've been working on ourselves these last 5 years very deeply. I'd even say since 2012. It's just been an ongoing, who are you, learning who you are, learning remembering who you are, really.
Yes. Yeah.
So
Exactly.
that's all like coming together. Well, now we have that full moon in Libra. Libra is about relationships and balance and harmony, justice. So I think we're going to see, that's not only individually with all of us, that's worldwide. So we're going to probably, hopefully, see some balance and justice out in the world. And then the month is just a very big month. April is another big month that we're going through. Mars is going to enter Aries, that's its home sign. So we're going to really have some ability, that energy to act. He's in Pisces right now, where he's kind of like weighing all the options, trying to figure it out. And so is Mercury still in Pisces. He went retrograde in Pisces. So he stationed direct on the spring equinox. So that was like a really good day we had the spring equinox first, and then Mercury stationed direct after, but he's still in Pisces. But this is the whole time he's been in Pisces. For people like us, well, anybody, downloads were coming in, because this is the communication where you read between the lines, you read the energy, you hear the energy, or you feel it, or you sense it in some way. So if you've been feeling like you're getting direction or guidance in any way from spirit, from your spirit team, absolutely listen to it, because that communication, that line's been wide open. And he doesn't go to Aries until April 14th. So there's a lot more that we're going to, that's coming in across the divine airwaves, I guess you could say.
Yes.
So there's a lot going on, but we're still in that, the creating the foundation. The pieces of the puzzle are coming into place, but they're not all in here yet. And we're being guided to just take it slow. Even though we're in Aries season, it's kind of difficult to do that, because you just want to go take off and start doing things.
Because that's what Aries does. It's you have an idea. It's like, boom, let's go. We'll worry about the details as we're going, but everybody on board. Let's go.
Yeah, that fire, it's ignition point.
Yes.
And Venus is in Aries right now, and tomorrow, the 30th, she's going to enter Taurus, which is her home sign, where this is all about her coming into who she is, and her self-worth, her abilities to trust in herself, to go forward. So this is another piece of the puzzle that's coming in. We've all been working on, who am I? Being allowed to be who you are without anybody's permission, right? So that's going to be a big deal. And as we go forward, this is probably the biggest, well, I'd say it is, the biggest new moon in Aries is on the 17th. This is, we've had 6, hi Linda.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm great, thank you.
We've had 6 new moons in a row that were all at 28 degrees.
Wow.
Now, this is, and they've all had huge stellium, meaning 3 or more planets in that sign. So Aries is going to have this huge pile up of planets, asteroids, points, and it's the technical new beginning of us going forward into this new era. The pieces of the puzzle are still coming in, and that's always going to be the case. We're always going to be releasing to receive, but it's gotten a lot lighter. I don't know. Have you felt that? Do you feel lighter?
Yes. Yeah. It doesn't feel like walking through fog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
It does feel much better. And don't forget, we, and anytime that we're looking to make change and we're looking to do things that are going to have an impact on a lot of people, on a lot of our lives, we have to recognize what we need to discard, what we need to leave, what we need to let go of.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, packing for a trip. And, we've been collectively putting things in our suitcase. Oh, don't forget this, don't forget that.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're just before we're ready to travel. Now we can go through that suitcase and say, do I really need this? No,
Right.
right. So that we're
love
traveling lighter.
Yeah, I love how you put that. And that's what full moons are for too, right?
Yes.
You realize what is no longer working in your benefit, and it could be hard because it's relationships, and or you're adjusting your relationships, you're adjusting the boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
It could be any of those things, but yeah, it's a another big month, and we're in a big year. We're the creators of the new era. We're the creators of that, and we had to go through all of those last 5+ years to become who we are now. And that's the cool part, because now we've all shown up and we're like, and look at all these beautiful souls. I mean, look at this. How long have you been having this? This is 15 months, so this is almost a year and a half.
Yes.
Now, and even then, look how many people have
exactly
found themselves, found out, and found their heart.
Yeah, exactly, and realize that we are all part of the collective. We are all part of the one. We're not separated from each other on a spiritual level.
Mm-hmm.
It's just physically we have these different bodies at the moment, but we're all connected spiritually. So
Absolutely.
And where we're going is going to be fabulous. So Linda, welcome.
Thank you, Marina. It's an honor to be here.
Very, very glad that you're able to join us and be part of this. And you're part of the light worker community, whether you read tarot cards or you read oracle cards or you read runes, that's all that's our spiritual side. That's our connection, right?
Yes.
So yeah, absolutely. I'm so glad that you're able to to join us and share in this wonderful energy.
Yes. It's beautiful. It's very positive and loving. It's unlike anything I've ever been a part of before. This community is such a blessing
Yes,
to myself and to so many. So
exactly.
I feel very honored and excited to be part of it. So
Ah, so glad to have you. And it's fun. Yeah, Catherine says, I also find it fascinating that many of us appear to be ladies of a certain age. Yes, ab- absolutely. Absolutely. And I think, we're the crowns.
Yes.
Right?
The
We're
wise crowns.
the wise
Yes.
The
crowns.
wise crowns.
The wise crowns. And we're the front line. Now we're the front line. We're the least, and I'm not trying to say, oh, look at me, but we're
Yes.
the least noticed demographic. But we
Yes.
are the front line of this new era. So
Yes.
to me, I'm honored, and I'm honored to be here with all of you. I think it's beautiful.
Thank you, Val. Yes, absolutely. And I think that the reason that most of us that are of that certain age is, we had to learn how to find our center, how to find our sovereignty, how to be comfortable with being who we are, so that we can be the leaders for those that are coming up behind us, that are more connected, and their struggle isn't going to be quite as challenging as ours has been, but there's still it's going to take a few generations to get to that point where we're living the future that we want to see. So hey, I'm glad to be part of it.
Yeah, me
Just
too.
glad to be part of it.
But what great role models that we, I know that I've had strong women ahead of me
Yes.
to look to. And then, Catherine there said, it's like, boy, I tell you, whenever you hit a certain age, there's like a switch that goes off, and you're like, you find that power really quick. And so,
Yeah.
because I'm now entering those years myself, and I've been like, oh man, if I could go back and tell my younger self.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh, I would have been. I was already unstoppable, but
Yeah.
I would have really been unstoppable.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mhm.
And J Cat Lady, says we have become better light workers over the last 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And that's one of the things that this community has done. It has brought us together. And the thing that I treasure the most about this community is someone coming in from the outside, seeing all of us together. I think it would be difficult to identify the leader.
yes.
We're all on that same plane, and no one feels the need to be the queen bee.
Right.
We share happily. We encourage wholeheartedly.
Yes.
We do things to for the betterment of the community without expecting something in return. It's not a transaction. We do it because we love to do it.
Yes.
Right. So yeah, I think that makes a big difference. And that's one of the things that this community has done. Yeah, over the last 5, 6 years, we've brought so many fabulous souls on board.
Yeah.
I
didn't come in until 2024.
Yes.
I had a different life at the time.
Yes.
And I got a message saying, would you like to know what your horoscope is for 2024? And I thought, okay. Who doesn't want to know their horoscope, right? So, so I clicked on it and I read my horoscope. And I thought, oh, okay, sounds like a pretty good year. And the next thing I know, I had Marianne and Susan Lynn and Allie, and then she introduced me to Terry at Holding Your Space, and you, Melina, and Diana, oil painter, and you, Val, and the other Val. It was like boom, 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 boom. I was like, oh my gosh, there's a whole world out there.
Who knew? Why didn't somebody tell me about this before? Yeah,
It's so cool.
I know, and it's been wonderful, and everybody has been so loving and kind and accepting. And there are so many who are in the community that are so far ahead of where I came in, and their skills and their gifts are so much greater. But they treat me just as though I'm. It's a sisterhood. It's like, yeah, no, you're okay. Go ahead, yeah, do. And it's been a and other than a very small instance where there was some jealousy, I've really been very lucky that there's been no competition or look, we're all here for the same reason.
Exactly. Yeah, there is no competition. There
shouldn't be.
Yeah. It's funny you say that, because that was one of the things earlier in the week on the Sisters of the Mystical Tarot that we talked about. And I had mentioned that a couple of years ago. I remember getting an email from someone, and this was after I had done a show with someone, and I was really plugging that person and go and check them out, subscribe to their channel, and so on. And the email that I got was, well, that's really nice of you, but is she not your competition? Are you not sending your clients to your competition? And it was like, no. It never occurred to me to think of anyone else in the community as my competition. No.
Right.
No. So yeah, the we share things with people because it feels good, because it's the right thing to do. Because if I encourage other people's success, I cannot help but succeed myself. So why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I? So, it's, and as we're reading cards, everyone has a different talent, a different perception. We, by encouraging each other, we put everyone kind of on the same, I guess, the same level, if you will, in that, I'm not better than you. My skills might be a little different than what you do, but I'm no better than you.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that, I'm sorry, go ahead, Sherry.
I was just going to say, we can stand in our power without the ego.
Right.
And then when we do that, like Catherine said, we rise by lifting each other up.
Yes.
So, and so our strength and our power isn't, what am I trying, like, what good is it if we're not sharing it? I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Why be an island when you can be with amazing people and everyone can learn and grow from each other?
Yes.
No matter what the level, because if someone, I don't want to sound like this is an ego thing, but, like a newer person coming along, they have a fresh perspective that maybe those of us that it's like, oh, I never even thought of it that way. And vice versa. Everyone has a perspective that they bring, and there's value in that perspective.
Exactly.
And we broke ground. We're creating the new earth. And this is just a natural thing. All that competition and hierarchy and stepping on each other, that wasn't natural.
No.
So we are really the bringers of the forerunners of this new way. I mean, to me, it's a new old way of being, but this is going back to that, going back to honoring each individual is special in their own way, in their own right. And we can, there's a huge, big enough table for everybody.
Exactly. There is no lack. There is no, no hierarchy between us, and there shouldn't be. And I think that we have recognized it, and I think we have all gone out of our way to point out to people that no, I don't have a special skill. The difference between me and anyone else, whether you're on the panel or you're in the chat or you're watching this a year from now, the only difference between me and you is I practice.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah. That's the only difference.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, that's like picking up a guitar and strumming because every once in a while you like to pick up a guitar, or studying the guitar and working with it and playing it until you're in Carnegie Hall. That's the only difference.
Yeah.
Well, and I don't know how many times on my channel I have told people, it's like, if you see something in the cards that I have missed, because I'm only human, I cannot catch everything. And people have brought such insight into that, and I welcome that. Just because my name's on the channel does not mean I'm the end all here, and that it's just we're all in this together, and we will all sleuth this out together. So I love listening to Valerie, you were talking about different things with astrology, and Tarot's my fluent language, and so I'm like going back going, I totally see how that fits for what we've got coming up in the month. So it all fits together.
It does. And it is all connected. All these different divination tools, they connect. You can read them. I pile a lot of things in there because there is. I mean, the world's so diverse, right? There's so many aspects to things.
Totally.
But it's all based on energy, so
it's
all it all comes from the same source.
Yes,
exactly.
Just different spokes of that.
Exactly. Yeah.
I love it. I love playing in it.
Yeah. And what's your specialty, Linda? What is it that you're currently working on that you're excited about?
Well, what I do is on Thursdays at noon Eastern time, I do butterfly readings. And that's my name came about because I have received like a kiss on my cheek from a butterfly, and it felt like my mom's lips. And I've seen butterflies in Maryland. And I was talking to my mom and telling her a story. And then when I got to Jersey, two butterflies flew between my niece and I as I was telling her about this butterfly that was I had been talking to in Maryland. So that's kind of how the name came about. And so I only use butterfly oracle cards. Well, I use the butterfly tarot, the major arcanas for that too. But the card has to have butterflies on it. But I mostly do oracle card readings, although I am still learning tarot. And if I feel spirit needs me to pull a tarot card, I will. And I hope that I know what it means. But I also use the pendulum and the dowsing rods. But my channel is more about positive, uplifting, and love and kindness, because I figure in this day and age, we need the positivity. And so I go through my cards when I first get them. And after I clean them, I just check and make sure that there's nothing in there that sounds bad or scary or mean, or that they're all real positive, uplifting cards. So that's kind of how I feel. It's like I feel like my purpose is to put out love. And with that love comes the energy and the joy. And it's amazing because what you give comes back.
Yeah.
I've worked in a business for 35 years. I was a Girl Scout and leader for 16 years. I worked in different churches for many years. I worked in singles ministries for many years, and I have never felt the love, kindness, and acceptance as I do in this community. That says something.
Yeah.
So,
yes.
Yeah.
And
I remember I want a free reading from you, Marina. And at the end, you said to me, well, in the next month or two, you're going to be working on what your hobby is going to be. And I'm like, I don't know. And it was like a month or two later, I had started my channel.
It's because I'm a little psychic.
I know, right?
I love it when that happens.
Yeah.
That is just it's such lovely validation, and it's I always have to remind everyone, including myself, that you know what, I'm just the mouthpiece. Really, I'm just the mouthpiece. I have to energetically and put ego aside, step aside. It's not my job to interpret. It's not my job to do anything but deliver the message. And however it comes. And sometimes they're a little weird, but I remember a couple of years ago I was doing a show with someone, and we were doing mediumship readings, and a lady had asked if for a message from her sister, and I was just new because I really fought the idea of when people said, "Oh, Marina's a medium." It's like, no, I'm a tarot reader. I'm not. No. It took a while for me to realize that, yeah, okay. So we were just kind of, I was just starting to work with it. And as I started to pick up on her sister, I said, oh, she's standing there with her hands on her hips and she's going, what's with the roots? Didn't mean anything to me. And I said, I don't know, was she into gardening? Like, what's with the roots? And no, it wasn't anything like that. So I thought, okay, well, so maybe I just said something silly, whatever. It was about half an hour later, she was still in the chat and she said, oh my God, I know what that means. She said, I just stopped dyeing my hair. And yeah, she's seeing my roots. Okay then. So yeah, that's
Love
kind
it.
of a message to everyone. Trust your guides. What they tell you doesn't need to make sense to you.
That's right.
It just needs to make sense to the person hearing it.
Marina, that reminds me, this was long ago. Because I don't do like the mediumship either. I say that. And I was doing readings in a new age store. And so I started to do a reading, and I mean, clearly heard a man's voice, and he said, this is my name. You need to tell my daughter this. And I gave me a whole list, and I'm sitting there going, so I had a client across from me, and I was like, do you know this person? And she was like, I have no idea who you're talking about. He was not leaving me alone. I had to get out of that reading and walk through the store asking everyone, does anybody know so-and-so who's crossed? And finally someone goes, I think I do. And I was like, he has a message for you. And this is the message. And so now can I go back to this reading that I'm supposed to be doing? And it was just really, and then that person actually did end up booking a reading with me, and we continued, but he did leave me alone so I could finish the reading.
Yes.
And so you just never know it's all energy, and it's all going to come through one way or the other.
Yes.
And that spirit was so grateful, to finally that somebody heard. And I was like, you must have been screaming, because that's not my normal, forte there. But yeah, I'm walking through the store going, do you know Dave? Who's Dave? I don't know who Dave is. I'm hoping you know who Dave is.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, totally. And love it when those things happen. It's just, it's fabulous when it does happen.
And all of our skills and abilities are coming online. I mean, we're remembering more and more of who we are. I mean, I keep hearing telepathy, which I think a lot of us do that already, right? We're just entering into that. But there's so much we don't know. It's like, who knows what we're going to remember. I mean, we have been so suppressed for so long in this lower dimension, and I hate to say lower higher, but it is dense,
Yes.
And we're coming out of that as we raise in frequency. So
absolutely. I know the latest thing that I've sort of been working on is the divining rods. I'm trying to find a way to effectively work with them, because I've got arthritis in my hands.
Mm-hmm.
And so the ones that I got, the handles are a little thin, so it's kind of hard to hold on to them. So I've been trying out different things, like taking a face cloth, that bubble wrap. But then I get into, I hold it and one pops, and it's like, oh, okay, I like that sound. Let's squirrel.
I would be so unsuccessful with bubble wrap. Oh my God. I'd just be sitting there. I would be so distracted.
Yes.
There's not a bubble wrap that I have found that I don't try to pop.
You have to. You have to. It's like opening a box of chocolates. Like, seriously, you're going to have one piece of chocolate? Come on.
I'm serious.
Oh, yes.
I have a piece in my drawer here. I just love that. And when you're like so little, like it just everything calms down. I don't know what it is. Yeah. I just got divining rods. That's crazy that you said that. I love that you're doing it.
I really enjoy them too. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's somebody on TikTok, Nirvana Mama, and she does a great job. She's got beautiful hair too. I just thought I would mention that. She's got like down her waist, beautiful salt and pepper hair.
Yeah.
I mean, she's just and so I'm just mesmerized just watching her. So Nirvana Mama on TikTok. Yeah, I've really enjoyed watching her with the you're talking about like dowsing rods. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like she's made me want to get a set as well.
Oh, cool. Yeah, all my friends have them. So I was like, well, I haven't used that. Let's try that. Let's try those.
They're very reasonably priced too. I mean, you can get them for under $20. Under 15, I think I got mine.
I was surprised.
Yeah, absolutely. The only thing I would say is when you're looking for them, check the description. And even like further lower in the description to make sure that they are copper, because some of them are brass and they don't work nearly as well. And then people get frustrated thinking, oh no, see, these things don't work. Well, brass isn't meant to work. You need the copper. So.
Oh, yeah, my guides had me on a copper kick the last month. I think I've bought everything copper I could possibly buy.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean, it's something.
Yeah. And Val is here. Hello, Val.
Hello. Hi, everyone.
Val, have you met Linda before?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. She helped me set up my my YouTube and my StreamYard page. I was in a meeting and I said, well, how would I do that? And she goes, what are you doing at 4:00? And I'm like, nothing. We're going to get you online.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Look at you bloom like a flower or butterfly.
Transformation. That's true, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, yeah. Oh, and Casey Boss said, my dowsing rods work amazingly for me. I connected so well with my guides. It was shocking.
Yeah.
There you go.
Nice.
There you go. So, yeah, absolutely. If you're drawn to something, give it a try. You got nothing to lose. Give it a try.
Yeah. I mean, my dowsing rods work so well that they'll tell me yes to everything.
They're so positive. That's some positive energy right there from your dowsing rods.
I just cannot do the pendulum or the dowsing rods because it will my will is just too strong to get out of my own way for that for some reason.
Wow.
I like that. My question, should I go out and buy a new piece of jewelry?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
I'm done.
Yes, whatever your guess is, after you figure it out. But
Totally.
Yeah.
Mary is talking about working with a pendulum. I tell you what, that has saved me so much time in finding lost items in the house.
Yes.
Oh,
I mean, obviously, it can work on things that you are not invested in.
Yeah.
Like if I was doing it for asking a question for somebody else, it would probably be accurate.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Totally.
I love it. I love that. I just bought a copper pendulum too, Mary Starshine.
Lovely.
I love it. Yeah.
Great idea.
Perfect. Well, now we'll let Val do her thing as we get to 7 p.m. on the Pacific Coast. And you folks on the Pacific Coast can get ready to turn on your porch lights, turn on a lamp, do whatever. And then after Val is done, we'll come back and I'm going to pull out the council's message.
Oh, I can't wait to hear
I
that.
want to hear that.
And
excited
let's see.
about
So
that.
yeah, stay with me. Don't anybody go anywhere.
Okay. I'm holding out for that one.
All righty.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm just going to step out quickly.
Yeah.
Go
Okay.
ahead.
So, I'm going to skip the breaths, but I'm going to make you take a deep breath in and imagine beautiful white light filling your heart. And hold your breath at the top. And as you exhale, imagine your beautiful light going into the room you're in, all the way around the world and out into infinity. And so, beloved guides, angels, ascended masters, Akashic record masters, and infinite presence of divine source, we stand now in the sacred fourth segment of this gathering in gratitude, in reverence, and in radiant light that has been awakened, amplified, and embodied here today. We give thanks for all that has opened. We give thanks for all that has been remembered. We give thanks for every healing, every activation, every release, every insight, and every divine stirring that has moved through this sacred field. And now in this final attunement, we do not simply witness the light, we claim it, we anchor it, we embody it. We declare that all that has been offered in purity, love, and divine alignment is now sealed in grace. We declare that every blessing received here is now rooted deeply within the hearts, minds, and bodies of souls of all who are present and will be watching in the future. We declare that this light is not temporary, not distant, not fleeting. It is here. It is alive. It is active. It is becoming fully embodied now. We affirm that what has awakened in this gathering is real. What has shifted is real. What has been restored is real. What has been remembered is real. This light is anchored. This truth is anchored. This remembrance is anchored. We call forth the full stabilization of all energies received. Let every activation settle into perfect harmony. Let every opening be integrated with grace. Let every insight be woven into daily life with clarity and ease. Let every participant receive only what is complete alignment with their highest good, and let it root deeply in ways that serve their soul's path beautifully and completely. We now claim the frequency of radiant embodiment. We claim the frequency of divine trust, self-trust. We claim the frequency of sacred visibility. We claim the frequency of courageous authenticity. We claim the frequency of walking as living light upon the earth. No longer hidden, no longer delayed, no longer dimmed by old fears, old stories, old hesitation. We release the belief that we must shrink to be safe. We release the habit of withholding our radiance. We release the patterns of doubt, self-minimizing, and waiting for permission. We remember now we are the permission. We are the vessel. We are the expression. We are the living light of source and form. We declare that each soul here leaves this gathering stronger, clearer, more grounded, more open, and more fully aligned with the truth of who they are. We declare that each person carries forward the codes, blessings, and activations meant for them. We declare that what has been ignited here will continue to unfold in divine timing, in divine intelligence, and in divine love. Let this be sealed in the body, in the heart, in the voice, and sealed in the path ahead. We bless the steps that come next. We bless the choices that will be made from this greater light. We bless the courage to live what has been remembered. We bless the willingness to shine without apology, without force, without separation from love. This gathering is blessed. This community is blessed. This light is blessed. This work is blessed. It is anchored. It is embodied. It is sealed. It is complete. And with that, we end this beautiful prayer of intention with the knowingness that it is evolving even still within our bodies, going forward in this awakening and remembering within. And everyone here today will experience more openings as time goes on from these activations. And so it is, and so shall it be. It is done. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Val.
Thank you, everyone.
That was fabulous. Now don't go anywhere.
Oh, thank you for reminding me. Oh my goodness. Let me get comfortable.
Yeah. You get comfortable. So
Okay.
all right, I have to put my my glasses on for this. Whew. Okay. We are the Council of 13, a galactic federation comprised of energetic beings, masters, teachers, and way showers. Our purpose is to guide you, our beloved fellow travelers, as you navigate through this wonderful experience of acknowledging your divinity and your connection through the one I am, the source of all that has been, that is, and all that will be. We speak to you through Alara, known to you in this incarnation as Marina, as we blend our knowledge and assist you in the progression towards unity with Source, the universal I am. We offer support as you navigate uncertain times, uncertain to you, perhaps, but not to us. Okay. When we grew in our development, we too had teachers and way showers and light workers assisting us. And we too endured some of the same challenges that you are facing. Our purpose, much like those who guided us, is to allow you the opportunity to discover not only your divinity and connection to Source, but the divinity of those around you, especially those whose views seem so far removed from your own journeys. They too are your teachers. We offer spiritual guidance through raising your individual energy fields as you grow and correspond to our own energy. We call light, we can light the way, show you the way, pave the way. What we cannot do is to make the journey for you. We have already learned the lessons we needed in order to have a more organic existence, and we are at the ready to further your spiritual awakening. As some of you would say, it's an inside job. Know that you are not on this journey alone. Your guides, ancestors, astral beings, angels, elementals, and sages are paving the way for all that are paving the way forward, and all that we ask is that you pay attention to the signs all around you. The sparkle of sunshine as it dances across the ocean waves is a sign of hope, of the natural flow of life in Earth School. The joy of skipping a heartbeat as you embrace a child or a loved one, that is a sign of unconditional love and confirmation that you are on the right path. The spark of an idea to do something different, to try a new way, is a sign of faith in the unseen. The wonder of watching a seedling grow, sometimes in the harshest of environments, is a sign of perseverance and surrender. Perseverance in the belief that it can flourish, and surrender in the belief that control is an illusion. Many of you have been experiencing physical transformation as well as spiritual transformation. This is a sign of your growth, of your emergence into varying degrees of dimension where your talents and historical knowledge is needed and valued. None of you are here by happenstance. You chose to be here because you realized, even before choosing your earthly body, that you would instinctively feel, see, and recognize those whose mission is the same as yours. And you started to gather, each day a step closer to fulfilling your purpose. That purpose is slowly being revealed to each of you in a way that will have meaning for you, that will resonate with you without explanation. You will simply know. Each of you is a spark that can start a fire, that can ignite wondrous manifestations and create a unique experience for those that will come after you. And there will be those that come after you. Earth School is the creation of the I Am that in its energetic form wants to experience those things that enhance its understanding and own destiny. What you learn, what you experience, and what you ultimately value is added to the collective understanding, the collective growth, the collective desire to understand as much as possible for the greatest good. We feel your energy vibrations as you gather, and we send it back to you magnified tenfold. Your progress is noteworthy. You are not failing. You are expanding the universe of knowledge that love is the answer to everything. Compassion is understanding differences and yet still accepting it without reservation. We are here with you, and we want you to know that you are always only a thought away, that you matter, and that your mission is one of great importance. Thank you for who you are and for what you do, beloveds. Oh my goodness.
Oh, that was fantastic. Oh my gosh, so deep. So many layers. You know, it's one of those things you have to listen to a lot of different times and let it sink in. That was beautiful, Marina. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you, Council.
I have to say, when you started reading that, we went to 3 hours, 33 minutes, and 33 seconds.
Oh my gosh.
Live, 33, right when you were reading it, I got the chills. I was like, whoa. And you'll have to play it back and see. It's there. Well, you won't see that maybe, but you'll see that the time stamp. It'll be at that point. So look at that. That is pretty powerful.
Holy smokes! It covered so many things that we talked about.
Yeah,
I was just going to say, like the how they were led along by another group, a group of ahead of them, and now we were just talking about how leading the group ahead, and I was like, we just talked about that. That was beautiful, Marina.
Yeah, it was just spectacular. I love it. I love all that information, and it's no mistake that she got it before Shine Your Light, and she read it on Shine Your Light, right? You can't make things up, right?
I think we got the message before you read it, Marina.
I think so.
You just solidified that message for us. That was beautiful.
And I got to tell you, I was getting the whole body shivers because I'm hearing the words the first time like you're hearing them, and it's like,
it's a deep, well, you have the deep connection with the Council of 13, so you really are, when you're reading it, having that connection again, and it's flowing in, so it's powerful as you're reading that. Yeah, for sure. I love it.
Thank you, Council.
Yeah, thank you for that beautiful message, Council of 13, through Alara, aka Marina.
Yes.
That was beautiful. I'm glad that I got to be a part of it here, and it was lovely. So I'm gonna have to re-listen to that multiple times. But I'm gonna let you all go, Marina. That was fabulous. I love it.
Thank you.
What a message. Bye everyone.
Bye, Val. Bye, Kamal. And thank you everyone for being here. Thank you for doing this with me every month. Thank you for your energy. Thank you for everything that you do. It is not going unnoticed.
And Val and Marina, thank you for what you do to present this event month after month after month. What a beautiful job that you have done over the months. So we thank you.
Yeah. Yes, thank you.
I wouldn't do this if I didn't get pleasure and immense joy out of it. Believe me. And so, well, thank you,
Wonderful.
all of you, for joining me. I hope that you will come back, and you will join me on future shows. That is, yeah. It's what we do. It's what we do. Don't forget to shine your light. Stand in the courage of being the person that others can approach, and that can know that if they have questions about things, that they're going to be met with love and compassion as things are explained to them, as things as they are able to fulfill their own journey, whatever their struggles might have been up until now. So thank you everyone for being here. And we'll do this again. We'll do this again in April. And I think I have it set for April 25th, which is the last Saturday in April. So thank you. Much love to everyone. And ladies, don't go anywhere as I end this, but thank you again from the bottom of my heart. All right, everyone, take care and have a fabulous rest of the week.